Hi, Papermaker parents. I am Lisa Edwards. I am your student's math teacher this year. I put together a little slideshow with some basics, just guessing as to what you might find helpful and interesting. And feel free to email me if you have any questions beyond what I talk about in this upcoming video. I am super excited to be working with this great group of students that I have in Accelerated Pre-Calculus this year. So I teach Accelerated Pre-Cal, Calc BC, Linear Algebra, and Multivariable Calculus this year, just enough to keep me busy. I thought you might want to know a little bit about a typical day in Accelerated Pre-Calculus. Students, when they walk in the room, will find warm-up problems up on the board to get started on. The idea behind the warm-up problems is that it should be something that they can do right from walking in from their previous experience, and then we'll use what they do in those problems to springboard the idea of the day off of. When I present new material, my teaching style is called a modified lecture, where I am up at the front at the board presenting problems to students, but I always have the students attempt the problems before I go over it with them, so that they can kind of see where they are with the material. If they already know it, if they don't, they can figure out, different places where they have tendencies to make mistakes. But then we always go through it together to make sure that everybody's on the right track. I'm pretty passionate about the idea of scaffolding, where you figure out where students are with a concept and take what they already know and help them move forward into new knowledge that kind of comes naturally from what they already know. Once we're done with the material, students should expect to have a homework assignment that goes with it. I don't assign homework assignments until we've covered all of the material that goes with it, so students should feel nice and prepared to go through that problem set. A little bit about how the grade is calculated in Accelerated Pre-Calculus. There is a portfolio, which for the most part is notes that they take in class. Otherwise, it's like a collection of homework assignments that they've done as well. It should be a pretty easy 10% of the overall grade as long as they follow directions. Homework carries 20% of the overall grade. Tests and quizzes carry 50% of the overall grade, and that leaves 20% for the semester final. A little bit about homework. Homework is given daily. Students should expect to spend about 45 minutes of uninterrupted time each day on this class. Students are expected to check their answers in the back of the book and to try to repair their mistakes. And do know that the grade for homework is student reported and it should reflect what's called eventual learning. So for example, if they do a problem, check the back of the book, they got it wrong. The idea is that they should try to fix it and figure out how to do the problem correctly, get the answer in the back, and then they would earn the credit for that point. All right, a little bit about tests and quizzes. Tests are given at the end of each chapter of study. So last week we had a test over chapter 1, and in about 2 weeks we'll have a test over chapter 2. Tests are worth 100 points per chapter. Quizzes, which we don't have a ton of in such a fast-paced class, but when we do, they're worth 5 to 20 points. And then we have a cumulative final at the end of each semester. For extra help, students are welcome to stop by my classroom before school starts any day, any school day. So from 8 to 8:30, I'll be here. And then if a student needs help after school, they're welcome to make an appointment with me so I can make sure that I can be here for them. Also, if you have a student who needs more one-on-one help than what you can see available here in my office hours, then feel free to email me. You can see my email address here, and I will make sure that you get some information for some tutors that I've got that would really probably be amazingly helpful for someone. So for example, I have students who are taking Calc BC from me this year, and they took Accelerated Pre-Cal from me last year. So they would have a very good idea as to how to help someone be successful. I thought you might want to know a little bit about the difference between accelerated precalculus and regular precalculus. So here is the basics. So after accelerated precalculus, a student would have the options of taking AP Calc BC, AP Calc AB, or AP Statistics. Whereas a student who takes regular precalculus would have pretty much the same options, except you can see that they would not have the option of taking Calc BC. The intention of accelerated precalculus is to get students ready to be successful in AP Calculus BC. Also, I wanted to show you the topics that are covered in accelerated precalculus. It's a pretty long list, so I won't read it to you, but you can see at the bottom of the list, the very last green bullet there, you can see a list of topics that are not usually covered in a regular precalculus course, but are covered in accelerated precalculus. So beyond regular precalculus, we cover sequences, series, and probability, conic sections, polar coordinates, and we also do get a start on calculus. We talk about the concepts of limits and derivatives. This class also qualifies for a dual credit option through Central Washington University, where students can get credit on their Camas High School transcript, and they can also get credit on a Central Washington University transcript. It is optional and there is a cost associated. So first semester accelerated pre-cal counts as their Math 153, which is worth 5 college credits. And our second semester material counts as Math 154, which is 5 credits as well. So the cost associated is $55 per credit. The enrollment forms, there's a little typo there. I apologize. They're due by October 4th, not October 8th. And I have posted those forms on Google Classroom. All information they want to have typed on that form, and then you would turn them in to Brian Wild in the main office. All right, my friends, that was what I put together for you. So thank you so much for your time tonight. Thanks for watching this video. Here is some my email address. Notice my non-traditional spelling there for Elizabeth. If you'd like to reach out and email me, I'd love to hear from you. And thanks again for your time and for sharing your kids. Take care, everybody.